Hello, Deborah with Preservation Publications and Preservation 2012 on YouTube. Today I'd like to talk to you about water right laws and harvesting rainwater. Water rights have been a part of law long before law books were ever written. Water rights have been a source of contention between nations and states, neighbors, and communities. Just seems like forever, because everybody needs water. Now, a few months back, there was a whole onslaught of YouTube videos talking about a woman whose city had fined her or had told her that she could not use water that she collected from her roof on her garden. And this had to do with archaic water right laws and really nothing to do with what was really going on and what really mattered. Now, I would like to read to you some of the information that I found on water rights and harvesting water in different states. And you'd be surprised how much isn't written about it as opposed to how much is. Now, we're talking about harvesting rainwater now. We're not talking about tapping into a river or tapping into a spring. We're talking about harvesting rainwater that lands on your property. Most states have no statutes or laws for individual rainwater harvesting, and a few actually provide tax incentives for individuals and businesses to set up rainwater harvesting systems and or graywater stub-outs on their properties. Two, as I said before, those states that make rainwater harvesting illegal are generally abiding by very old water right laws that have nothing to do with harvesting water by individuals. Some states are considering mandating graywater reclamation systems on all new housing. Some states mandate that if water harvesting systems are used, that the equipment meets specific requirements. Some states have no statutes concerning outdoor use of harvested rainwater, but do have restrictions on indoor use. Some states regulate or restrict the source of harvested water and regulate the minimum and maximum capacity stored. So harvesting rainwater really isn't restricted anywhere in the country. There are some states that have old laws governing the use of it, but that's because they haven't enacted any new laws to cover it. It's just plugged in under general water rights. I guess what scares me the most about all this is the possibility that they mandate the use of water harvesting systems for individuals. What kind of restrictions will they put on water use that's brought into the home if you don't comply? I worry more about that than any ramifications of setting up a water harvesting system at your home. The thing that is so amazing to me about water usage is that from some point, water leaves the tap and hits the drain. And somewhere in between, it becomes dirty, when the majority of that water really isn't. And if you have or can install some kind of gray water recycling system, that's the best option for all of us. Some states have restrictions on it, and you need to check with your state to find out if it's possible. But between capturing rainwater and using gray water, we can save a tremendous amount of water usage in this country, easily, without any hardship on anybody whatsoever. If you're interested in harvesting rainwater, check with your state and city and find out if there are any restrictions associated with it. You might be one of the fortunate ones that will get a tax break if you set something up, which is a good thing. That, and it might cut back on your water bills, which is an even better thing. I'm going to set up some links on my blog that will help you find out about rainwater harvesting and drought conditions in the United States. Find out if you're in an area that may be, on the edge of drought conditions. Designing and installing rainwater harvesting systems are going to be booming. They're booming now. If you're unemployed, look into it. It might be a wonderful option for you. particularly in drought-prone areas. I'd like to thank you all for watching my videos, posting comments, and subscribing. Until next time, for our families, our neighbors, our friends, and our communities, preservation.